There are moments in life when you feel like your prayers are hitting a wall. You've cried, you've waited, and yet nothing seems to change. The pain stays, the doors remain closed, and your heart grows weary. You begin to wonder, what's the point of praying anymore? But hear me, prayer is not about forcing God to move on your timeline. It's about aligning your heart with His perfect will. And when you feel like giving up, it's the very moment you must P.U.S.H. pray until something happens. P.U.S.H. is not just a phrase. It's a lifestyle of unshakable faith. It means you keep going, even when you don't see results. It means you refuse to surrender, even when heaven feels silent. It means you trust God's heart when you cannot trace His hand. You see, the most powerful prayers are not always the loudest, but the ones whispered in tears, the ones repeated through pain, the ones prayed in the midnight hour when no one sees but God. That's where faith is born, in persistence. In patience, in trust, prayer is not a magic formula to get what you want. It is a divine conversation that transforms who you are. Every time you pray, you're not just changing your situation, you're changing yourself. Prayer doesn't always move God immediately, but it always moves you closer to Him. When you P.U.S.H., you're declaring, God, I may not see it, but I still believe. I may not understand it, but I still trust you. Sometimes prayer is not about getting out of the storm. It's about finding peace inside the storm. God may not remove the mountain, but He'll give you the strength to climb it. He may not silence the winds, but He'll teach you how to stand firm through them. When you keep praying, you are proving that your faith is greater than your fear, that your trust is stronger than your frustration. You see, persistence in prayer is the evidence of true faith. Anyone can pray once and walk away, but those who know the heart of God keep coming back. They know that every no might just be a not yet. They understand that delay is not denial. They know that prayer is not wasted breath. It's divine communication that never returns empty. There's a story written on the walls of faith. It's the story of those who refused to stop praying. They prayed when their hearts were broken, when their dreams were shattered, when their hope was fading. And one day, heaven responded, maybe not the way they expected, but always better than they imagined. When you P.U.S.H. pray until something happens, you are walking in the same faith that moved the hearts of prophets, healed the sick, and opened prison doors. You are declaring that God is still on the throne, that no force of darkness can stop His plan, and that your trust in Him will not be shaken. Sometimes God delays the answer because He wants to see if you'll persist or quit. He's not testing your words, He's testing your heart. He's asking, will you still pray when the feeling fades? Will you still trust when nothing changes? Will you still worship when you don't understand? True faith says yes. True faith says, I will keep praying until something happens, because my hope is in the one who never fails. Maybe right now, you're praying for a miracle, for healing, for restoration, for peace in your family. Maybe you've been waiting for months or even years. You've poured out your soul, and yet the answer hasn't come. But don't let that stop you. Every prayer you pray is a seed. Some seeds sprout quickly, others take time. The soil of your faith may be unseen, but it is fertile. God hears every whisper, every sigh, every tear. And just because the harvest hasn't appeared, doesn't mean it's not growing beneath the surface. God values persistence. He honors those who refuse to let go. Remember, blessings that come easily rarely last, but blessings birthed through prayer and perseverance carry eternal weight. They mold your character and strengthen your spirit. Every time you choose to pray instead of worry, every time you lift your eyes instead of your doubts, heaven takes notice. P.U.S.H. means believing when everything around you tells you not to. It means getting on your knees one more time, even when your strength feels gone. It means saying, God, I will not let go until you bless me. That's not arrogance. That's desperate faith, the kind that moves the heart of God. There's power in prayer that won't quit. The kind of prayer that keeps knocking, keeps seeking, keeps believing. the kind that doesn't demand but depends. You see, prayer is not about convincing God to do what you want. It's about surrendering until your will aligns with His. When you keep praying, something begins to shift inside you. Your fears lose their power, your doubts start to crumble, and your heart begins to rest in the truth that God's timing is perfect. When you push, you're participating in divine endurance. You are declaring that you believe in God's goodness, even when you can't see His hand. You are saying, God, I trust your plan more than my pain. That kind of faith shakes heaven. That kind of faith makes demons tremble, because persistent faith is undefeatable. Maybe you've prayed and heard nothing but silence. You think God's not listening? But what if He's answering in ways you can't see? What if He's protecting you from something not meant for you? What if He's preparing something far greater than what you asked for? God's delays are not rejections, they're redirections. The waiting is not wasted. It's a workshop for your soul. Prayer is not just asking, it's trusting. It's resting in the knowledge that the one who holds the universe also holds your life. Sometimes God answers yes, sometimes no, and sometimes wait. But in every answer, He is saying, I love you. So don't stop. Don't give up just because the path is long. The breakthrough might be one prayer away. The miracle may already be on its way, carried by the angels assigned to your faith. But you must keep praying until something happens. Because the moment you stop the movement of faith that was shaping your destiny. P.U.S.H. is not for the faint of heart. It's for the warriors who refuse to surrender. It's for those who believe that even in the darkest hour, God is still working. It's for those who say, even if the fig tree doesn't blossom, I will still rejoice. Because faith is not built on outcomes, it's built on the unchanging nature of God. When you push, you are not fighting for victory, you are fighting from victory. The cross already won the war. Your prayer is not to earn God's favor, but to experience His power. And when you keep praying, your soul becomes unshakable. The storms may roar, but you will stand firm. The world teaches instant gratification if you don't see results. It's not working. But God teaches perseverance if you don't see results. Keep going, because His promises never fail. Every prayer uttered in faith echoes in eternity. So if today you feel tired, if you feel forgotten, if you feel like quitting, don't. Your waiting is not in vain. Your tears are not wasted. Every cry is seen. Every plea is heard. You may not see the whole picture, but God does. He's weaving your pain into purpose, your waiting into wisdom, your persistence into power. And one day, you'll look back and realize that every moment you chose to P.U.S.H. was worth it. Because something did happen. Not just around you, but within you. God changed your heart. He built endurance. He made your faith unbreakable. So keep praying until something happens, until peace fills your heart, until strength returns to your soul, until joy rises again from the ashes. Don't measure the power of prayer by how quickly you see results. Measure it by how deeply it roots your trust in God. Every time you pray, something happens, even if you can't see it. Heaven stirs. Angels move. Chains break. Hearts shift. You may not hear the thunder, but the miracle has already begun. So today, no matter what you're facing, no matter how long it's been, take a deep breath and whisper from your heart, God, I'm not giving up. I will pray until something happens. Because prayer is not the last resort, it's the first line of defense. It's the bridge between your pain and God's promise. And when you keep pushing, keep believing, keep standing, the breakthrough will come. It might not come in the way you expect, but it will come in the way you need. Because the God you pray to is faithful. The one who hears your cry will never fail you. So keep praying until something happens. Not because you're desperate for an answer, because you're desperate for Him. Because in the end, greatest miracle is not that something changes, it's that you do. Keep praying. Keep believing. Keep pushing. Your breakthrough is closer than you think.